How did he contort his body to throw it that far behind him?
Young by Russell with an offhand, and that's his first. James and Doolittle and Young. Under 10 to go. Good cut by Young and a 14-footer.
Well, you can't let him split the high school.
Nice steal there by Young. He'll come the other way, trying to get by the defense. Broken up on the play by Russell. Back outside. Odoms thought three, feeds inside. On the doorstep is Young.
See, now all the defense stayed home because of that previous play when he dished off.
Young will scoop one home.
Don't get me wrong, but give me experienced players.
12-2 run by Rhode Island. Here comes Young, wiggling, driving, scoring. Here comes Young the other way, getting the screen from McNeese. But they got two tailing him every time he's got the ball.
Doing a great job of probing the defense.
Young inside, got it!
He's up and it goes for three. Jeffrey Carroll, the senior from Texas, has not shot the ball as well in his senior year as he did as a junior. Young, what a move, and he spins it in. Oh, what a finish.
Not let them get to the paint.
Jackson just 2 points tonight. There's Young with the left hand.
Busters, really impressive in the month of December, rolling over Wichita State, USC out in LA. But when you get into conference play, especially in this conference this year, it's a whole different animal.
For the sophomore, huge upside, I think, for Cameron McGriff.
This is what you love about him right here, too. You're going to switch off. He can move his feet. Really good defense. Trae Young, that's just really good offense.
But what he's got to understand is that it's a lot different in conference play than it is in the non-conference. Everybody is gearing for his shooting.
Knocked down a wide open jumper. Offensive rebound, though, for Doolittle.
Yep, and they are all great looks by Trae Young.
Young will penetrate. Old school floater goes down.
That's a shot
On him. He's had a good career on the court and off as well. Rom won a couple of the WNBA titles.
Yeah, Houston Comets. Oklahoma leads the Big 12 in scoring, number 2 in America, at 87 points a game as Young scores. Trae Young, there's the floater, and it rolls over the front of the rim. Good hands by James. Latin has it. He finds James. Here comes Young. Cruises in for an easy two.
They've tried to motivate him, but he usually has shown up in his senior year. It's a great way for him to finish if this is the last game at home.
Well, guess who just got the tip follow? That's Trae Young.
He wore Trae Young out in that first meeting up in Manhattan. It was one of the early games in this conference that the team started to go to school on how to defend Trae Young.
Trae Young hits the float.
Needed a coat.
Guys, we just saw the young man from Africa. He was born originally in Spain, then went to Mali as a young man. But we are seeing a real...
Graham is the boss right now. He's the man. He's making all the plays. And he's also doing a heck of a job defensively. Nice drive right there, though. He beat him one-on-one. A whole lot of rhythm offensively.
Roach can't hit the 1-and-1. Young on the drive. Is able to squeeze it home. Oregon, and they piled up some wins against ranked teams. Win against Kansas as Young scores, but this has responded with a 12-0 run. Young lost it on the way up. Roach got a piece. Trae Young gets it back. Reverse is good.
Tremendous reverse layup.
On the road for a Texas team that you talked about, desperate to win this game.
Yeah, desperate. They made sure, as desperate they were.
Trae Young scoops and scores.
Left hand.
Now Stevenson, 6'5", guarding Trae Young.
Young leans in, banks it home. Young answers. Jumper is buried by Justin Gray. Trae Young, step back three. There's his first triple of the night.
Bad pass.
Here comes Trae Young on the breakaway. And that will keep him from having the worst scoring first half.
They were down just 10 points, and all it takes for Trae Young, you get that one bucket, you see that ball go through the rim, and all of a sudden, great players feel like they're hot.
And Robbie, there's a look at our meaningful returns brought to you by TD. 17 late in the first half. And if I asked you which Young was going to be the high scorer, would you think it was Solomon over Trae?
I would not have thought that. Ooh, that could change. Trae Young finds his team down 7 now. Got to go get a bucket for your team.
And he somehow does it. Problem, but the Cyclones beat it off the layup. Trae Young looking more for his own shot. Trae Young again able to get to the basket at will.
And this is the matchup we've been waiting all week to see. Javon Carter and Trae Young.
Javon Carter in that first meeting had his way with Trae Young. And you see right, West Virginia's pressure has been good as of late, because I don't think the effort level has been there from all 10 or 11 guys. Oh, you'll love this, Bob.
Beautiful drive from Young.
What you love, right? The flu. And the interesting thing about Beetle Bolden, not just a great shooting, but how about this? He's drawn 22 charges this season.
Floater from Trae Young.
Making shots, you can set your press up. When you're pressing and turning it over, you can get easy shots.
Young with a fake. And he just about turned it over. Gets it back from Latin off the friendly bounce. Trae Young. Yes, right around Beetle Bolden. Carter drives, blocked, taken away by Brady Manning. Here comes Trae Young. Scoops it up off the top of the backboard, and it falls.
Has Dylan Osetkowski on him, and he can drive this matchup. But that's a choice being made by Shaka Smart and his staff.
Young steps inside, soft.
He has the ball even when he's taken out under.
Fevers a little bit too strong, and Young down with a rebound.
He's too strong and too soon. And really, Texas isn't making Oklahoma guard.
Young all the way.
Boy, that ball is an extension of the hand of Trae Young. A fantastic handle.
Floater will go for Young. Young trying to deny Roach, so Coleman will miss the slam. And look at the speed by Young. Right?
It's just not a good shot. I mean, he can make that shot, but it's off one pass. The defense never moves. You're not going to get any rebounding off that.
And the floater has been
under control, and I know he has some passes and he has some bad defensive games and he doesn't pass the ball with the velocity every time, but he has got, as we watch,
jeez. Beaumont and LeConte each with a dozen. Young left hand off the window and in. Flat the board.
got to get a dribble to get to the other side. You just can't turn and throw the ball. Take a dribble, extend, see it go through the off the board and through the net like he does, like Trae Young.
With about 13 and a half to go in the first half. Young inside, hangs, hits. Board, 2-point game. Young speeds ahead, feed inside, now gets it back. And then spins it off the glass, and we're tied.
The feet are wider than the shoulders. That's got to be called a block, and that's what Doug Sermon's had.
Young with the up and under.
Two of those guys we've talked about who play that point guard position in the NBA, but are great scorers.
There's Trae, his first bucket of the game.
They're going to be a huge, huge part of this game. First one goes to Kansas.
Tried to lob for Azubuike. Now Young back the other way. Steps on the bricks and lays it in. Trae stunk.
They are so good at setting you up for a clear out when you least expect it.
Young flips it up and in.
And Mike Dunleavy Jr. Wow. Because that's what it looks like in here tonight. Except Jay Will wishes he had that freedom.
Young inside. Spins it home. Absolutely just fine. Speed Mikhailuk indeed has been knocking down threes. That's 4 now for Mikhailuk. Inside Young, another layup. The bucket.
It's Shine initially on Young, trying to follow him, and Trae Young scores for the first time today.
Automatic with a big defensive board. 4-point game. Young spins it home.
Talented, so you see why. But he's got to also make the right play. Right there, blows by the defense, help defense. Men have to communicate. Really fortunate there. And now that's what Oklahoma can. It's a 6-point game. Oklahoma State, which had to bus from Waco after the Monday game because of bad weather. Trae Young for 2 more, and Mike Boynton right in front of us is saying to Joe DeRosa, please don't let Trae Young push off. He's arguing that push off has been there as he finds his way to the rim. So 2 more. Now Young, under a minute and a half.
They're going to run at him.
44 points, turns to 46.
26 a game. Nothing doing here tonight against this Kansas State D. Young trying to get on the board,
And Sneed, who connected on a pair in the first half, continues his hot streak.
Oklahoma gets the rebound. A nice feed to Trae Young.
And he wants Sneed to do more than just shoot the 3-ball. But 3 for 4 in this game. He's doing an excellent job at the one thing that he's really good at so far.
Nice feed.
And that's the team defense that Coach Weber was talking about.
Sneed unable to put together the ultimate possession with the steal and then the bucket. Young gets that one high off the goal. Another possession with the shot clock winding down. Young gets the roll.
Allowing an easy over-the-top opportunity for Kansas State.
And you, my friend, are very underrated in your circles and arrows. Trae Young.
Watching college basketball.
Wow.
That ball gets out of his hands so quick.
He was only 2 for 8 in the previous 2 games. Young showed the floater.
A little bit at halftime to keep that hip loose. Good defense.
Latin to Young. Count it.
2 points here for the game. Good
Coming up with the defense. So Trae Young back in the game. Got about 4 minutes of break. And he's back in his point performance. A double overtime loss in Austin. Just another point to further emphasize how much of a grind the Big 12 has been. Young does it again.
Trae Young 0 for 4 from the field. A couple of assists. He's got it now. Rolling around, Francis goes to the rack, scores, and he'll get to the line.
1-point game after that drop from Bain. Oh, Young uncontested.
He had 15 against Kansas in that win a week ago tonight. 27 against K-State on the weekend. Young, nice move around Smith.
Really important for Texas Tech moving forward in the Big 12. You can see he's becoming more comfortable. He's done an excellent job defensively and looking for a shot around the rim.
And Young lays 2 more in.
Gusty rebounds. Young on the move, slowing down, and then the feed inside. He picks up the loose ball and banks. Young inside. Put back will go. Hand off Miles. And Young up ahead of the pack. Young lays it in. Young steps in the lane, picks off the pass, lays it in. Trae Young.
Unless we see Trae Young magic, the West Virginia game plan tonight has been pretty impeccable. To me, they've really started to wear this.
Here's McGriff. He misses from range, and the rebound to Christian James for Oklahoma. Young driving the floater. He got it for a house of fire. Shooting 60% from the field in this ballgame. Young taking no prisoners. 6 rebounds for Manica on the year as Kendall Smith shakes loose underneath. He's got 4 points now.
Well, that was the classic come in, substitute, and nobody knew who they had.
Young lobs it up. Oklahoma goes back in front from the corner. Doesn't go for Smith. Young in transition. Won't wait for help, and he rolls it in. Loops it in for Oklahoma State.
Well, that's from Manic's got to get in the weight room now to be able to battle inside against Solomon.
2 more for Young.
Miller. Manic got a piece of that from the backside and then saves it along the baseline for the Sooners. Young has Odoms ahead.
3rd block shot already.
And the second half. Averett misses. And now here comes Trae Young ahead. Young 18 points, 9 assists. And there's 20.
Noy from 15 misses, short with it, and a McGusty rebound.
Trae Young contesting that shot, changing the release point.
Young ties it with a minute. 4-point game.
Well, and if it turns into a free throw shooting contest, that's advantage Oklahoma. 75%, second in the Big 12.
Team can do.
Shot clock down to 2. Lindsey shot off the side of the backboard, and out comes Trae Young. Crosses over into the lane, floats it up and in, and fouled.
A 25-year-old senior, and he knows he's playing against a freshman of extreme notoriety. He's going to be ready to go.
Trae Young answers and one. He puts it on the deck, Latin right in his face.
Just a great job of Latin disregarding all those ball fakes, just staying in the play. Oklahoma defending well.
Young to the window. That ripped away by Brandon Hutton, and now Jumani comes out of the pack and hangs on this time.
That's a great
Give me
job.
That.
Yeah, 2 hands. 2 hands.
There goes Young with the finger roll. Sweeney for the bucket.
Well, Sweeney's done a good job of getting 2 feet in the lane, finishing now.
That's a 2. Just tonight, he's got 12 points.
Yeah, Owen's showing, a presence in this game that comes Southland Conference time. He could really be a positive for the defense.
Young weaving through the basketball group. Getting the world experience.
Yeah, the Demons are going through a stretch where they're finding themselves, but come Southland Conference time, boy, great.
It's in the round of 32. They have become a mainstay on the main stage. Here's Young, the floater.
And that's just bring in Tum Nairn. We could bring in Marvin Clark, bring Buddy Hield back in from the NBA. Now we have a 5-on-5 matchup.
Amen. Kyle Lindstedt, former Sunrise coach, now the assistant for Greg Marshall as we see. Ronnie McNeese voted the best dunker on the team. He showed you there why. Here's Young in transition. So tough to stop, and he has a chance at a 3-point play.
His release, and that's so important to finish your follow through.
The high hedge on Young. And Young
doing a good job. They're trying to isolate him. They've done it throughout the game. He's handling that pretty well.
Young, the floater.
Eric, who runs college basketball for Nike, greatest sports company in the history of the world. Tell you, this guy Trae Young, he's got it.
And a goaltend against Mentu as Trae.
The jumper for Elijah Stewart, who seems to have left his game in the classroom just down the street. Ralph Sampson, class of 2012 in the Hall of Fame. You always have to beat LeBron. You always have to beat the Golden State Warriors. And Alabama is at that level. I watched that Clemson-Alabama game last year. That was spectacular. Whoa, what a runner. He just raves about Elijah Stewart. He came here as a young man. Oh, beautiful.
20 for Trae Young. And we've gone to
grabbing you on the weak side. Make the referees call a foul.
6 blocks tonight for Kadeem Ladd.
Really? That's a traveling violation.
Off balance, Trae Young. 20.
Sooners out. Shot clock down at 15. Young bursts right by Wellborn. Lay it up and in, and a foul. Again, launching a 3. Stolen by Young. Down the baseline for the bucket and a foul.
Try to make something happen.
Javon Jackson was pointing at his left knee as he stepped up to the charity stripe there just now. Trae Young blows by everyone. Back the other way, Ramlau stripped. Here comes comes Trae Young. Attacks Wallace. Layup. Count it. And he will go to the foul line.
Teams twice a piece, the book will be out on you. You've got to be able to show that you could do other things than just knock down shots from the perimeter.
Christian James leads the Sooners with 6 rebounds. And how's that road ahead?
They must play in the Big 12.
Allen misfires out of the break for the Roadrunners. Trae Young on the attack, right-handed up and in. So, another nice night for Jamani McNeese. He had 10 points against Oregon, 8 against North Texas, as Trae Young lays another one up. Tamara for 3. And a long rebound to Kadeem Latin. That is his 4th. And here's Young the other way, up and under and in.
Muscle.
This is Lawson. And Brady Manick in amongst the trees has the rebound. Young just looking for the chance. His floater gets a friendly roll. 1-point game.
Boy, great job by Duffy. We talked about how he looks for the 3-point shot, and he baited Shepard.
Young sliding down the lane, floats home another.
I would bet the Zags will win that by 12.
Well, Texas had its game to win.
Yeah.
A couple of nights ago, and they couldn't get it done. Trae Young with 2 more. Pretty good case to say I went to the PK 80, and we beat 2 good teams.
Let me give you an interesting one. That's quick. Now,
and he beat mascots in general,
they're
though.
sneaky.
Sneaky.
Oh, that's a great play by Trae Young. He's going dunking on him. Nope. Yeah, they come.
Keeping the Sooners up 4. Here's McIntosh going inside. Young comes away with it. Oklahoma on the move. With 3 green jerseys, he goes right through them to the...
And I'm not going to go to. Second of all...
Here comes Trae Young, and don't look now. He scored 28 points. Young holds the ball on his hip. He's the first Sooner since Steve Ayers back in the 1960s to list Norman, Oklahoma, as his hometown. He's got 30.
Result of your defense. Just missed.
How did you become such a good rebounder?
Kruger wants nobody until 15, 10, whatever to come up.
Teardrop. You know, the all-time...
So did Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Michael didn't make this list. Game, Roxy.
Very poor. I was limited to special teams, Bill. I was the holder for field goal. You know the other guy. Trae Young, a pretty...
And he just said, you know what? This is not me. I'm going full time with blue ribbon. Oh, what
a burst from off balance from Marcus Shaver.
Kadeem Latin is everywhere.
And Trae Young. The steal by Trae Young.
Nice.
Trae Young plus.
That guy's got talent.
And it's crazy because he didn't start for Gonzaga. He came off the bench for them.
I want to see more of those.
Off balance 3. First miss outside the arc by Arkansas.
Okay, Jamani McNeese get up in transition.
That was pretty. Trae Young. From Jordan Shepard.
Trae Thompson always in perfect position.
Loose ball forced by Trae Young, who finishes for the Sooners. And
Daryl Makins and Rod Strickland.
I do see a resemblance.
So I asked him about that yesterday. I got the biggest blank stare of my life. Like, who is Rod?
Well, more than buckets to go down. They have got to find a way to slow down Oklahoma defensively.
Sooners on pace to score 160. That will help the cause of float.
Beautiful. Arkansas, one of the most experienced teams in the country, with 6 seniors.
So now we have our first upset in the history of PK 80.
Trae Young.
Sellers again, and he missed them both.
Now, Sellers isn't going to miss 2 in a row like that very often.
Young explodes to the window. Of the 2 free throws. Jimoni McNeese. Kadeem Latin got shaken up on that play. Look over there and see what Alex Brown is attending to on Kadeem as he got up very slowly and now over on the sidelines. There's Trae Young. Back and forth we go. Sooners by 14. Young attacks. He'll score it and go to the foul line. 20. Robinson finds a seam, but Shepard blocks it. Sooners have numbers. 4-on-2. Shepard. Young. Yes.